And now it's time to call out the GMs with Stargate Hellraiser. I'm backing this one up with my run. It was probably much before 3.4 that they put this in, but it's a bloody reunion. It's basically supposed to be completed to be able to eventually unlock the Sophia fights kind of part. It's another one of these fun little one-person instance versions of previous dungeons. So I was going to make a video with this at some point, and then ran into something tonight that somebody demanded it. Well, they got it. The piece of shit and her accomplices, wanted it. Well, they got it. Solandra, this one's for you. And yeah, I reported your ass to GMs, and you reported me because I called you a fucking whore. I called you a fucking whore, and I meant that because that's how I felt that you were conducting yourself. So, I mean, maybe we should just cut the chase here. It's another one of these early polling situations. A couple of S's had popped, and, with dozens of people still running around, this Solandra shithead and her little bunch of merry bitches decide, we don't care about the gameplay of anybody else, because, of course, anyone who does hunts knows that an S is drop everything. So when you early pull like that, and you're able to deny dozens of people the opportunity to take on the content, at that point, they can't duty roulette, they can't mine, they can't do all the rest of this stuff. That's game disruption. That's 3.2. And I know that the GMs, and I do believe there may be some degree of complicity. I don't trust the North American GMs back from when I was on 11. I'll say right now, I think some of the GMs in North America in 11 were taking money under the table to keep the RMT and all that kind of stuff around. And it sounds like we're getting this shit here. I mean, this has been, drama, obviously, since day one of the hunts. And the fact of the matter is once again, Square Enix is completely in the wrong. I'm calling out the GMs. I'm calling out the goddamn staff. You're wrong. This is a violation of several of the terms of service. Because eventually, if you allow these people to conduct themselves in such a manner, they will be the only ones who will be allowed to play, because they will disallow the play of everyone else. I mean, to give you an idea, when I wanted to do the SM Mordona that was early pulled, I had to drop my duty finder. I had to forego my mining spot to gather dark matter clusters for the free company for the airships. And also that I could watch your piece of shit decide, you aren't entitled to play, get the fuck away from me because I'm just going to early pull. And by the way, fuck you, you can't do nothing about it. Well, you know what? I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to do something about it. Because I know what this is eventually going to lead to, especially, the subject of the video I did, the second video I did with the FanFest commentary, at this piece of shit North American community deciding it wants to take lesser persons, as it were, and probably chop them off at the neck. And it's like, that's awfully familiar. That's Final Fantasy XI circa about 2007, 8, and 9. And then, of course, the multi-boxers who were spending $100 a month on subs so that they could make $1,000 RMTing the best content. Not gonna let that happen without getting my ass put in handcuffs. I could very easily see myself penalty boxed for it. And I'm fine with that. My very presence in this game to them is a violation of the terms of service. The very fact that I am here is a violation of the terms of service. That's my get good is dead. If you want to get right down to it, because basically you're not only talking about that get good is a by any means necessary motif on the first part, but on the second part, you then have a situation that lesser persons, be they PS3 players, be they non-windowers players in 11, be they players like me who understand that basically there is only a very certain amount of, I can only go so far. And if that's not good enough for this game, I ain't going to be around. Because I know what's going to happen. I get that. And it's just, it's the shit I see all the time. And it's like, I'm not going to put up with it. You have a problem with me saying it? Fine. Because I'll tell you right now, I know exactly what the fuck you want. You want a game where you and yours can have fun. And by that, you can't have players who are lesser than you, for whatever reason, on your game. We take away content from you. Good. Suck my fucking dick. Suck it. Suck it all. And suck it hard. And I'm not going to make any bones about it. You're an early pulling piece of shit. You're trolling, griefing, denying content, and disrupting the gameplay of everyone. The only other alternative you can have is that my very presence in this game entirely is a disruption of even being in this game. That I'm in this game at all is a violation of 3.2. At that point, let's get it on, bitch. Let's get it on. The GMs are wrong. Anyone who's read that for 5 minutes knows they're wrong. Anybody who knows what these people have done, and you ain't the first, you ain't gonna be the fucking last. They are wrong. I used to be a contributor to all the wikis and all that kind of stuff. I'm banned from every wiki in the Final Fantasy MMO multiverse. I really don't give a fuck. Because I'll pick my hills to die on. Like, for example, when you decide you're going to sanction, the astral burning and all that kind of shit. You know what? No, fuck you. Fuck you. You weren't entitled to that, unless you're going to tell me you're the only person entitled to play in the fucking zone. That's disruption. That's, So if we're gonna listen to your sorry ass prattle on and on, there's only one conclusion we can feasibly draw. And that conclusion is that the very fact I am allowed to play at all is a violation of the terms of service. 3.2. Because I deny you better content. I've already heard the PS4 limitations crowd start up. I've already heard this game start up. I know where this goes. This kind of shit does not end without me sometimes ending up in handcuffs. I don't tend to clamp down and let go very easily. I get what you're trying to do. That's fine. But what's not fine is you trying to do it. And as much as I can, I'm going to stop you at every turn. As I said, I and the North American player base are now functional enemies. Functional stated declared enemies. Because they're going to come for me. It's like, they came for the Jews, I didn't speak up, I wasn't a Jew. They came for the women, I didn't speak up, I wasn't a woman, etc. And then they came for me. Well, I'm going to be a little higher up the list this time. One, because of my record with respect to these Final Fantasy MMOs to begin with, and the other, basically because of the fact that I know they're coming for the PS4 next, so that they can basically create these APIs and parsers and all that kind of shit. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let that happen. So Solandra, go fuck yourself, you whore. I called it in-game, I'm going to call it to you in the video. I said what I meant to say, and I stand behind it. And I know you don't like that. You're going to laugh, you're going to do whatever you want. Fine. But I'm going to tell you this straight up. You had best make sure I don't play this game anymore. And you had best make sure that the same goes for basically a lot of these other people who are getting in your way. Because I'll tell you right now, as I lead this video, if 4.0 is what I think it's going to be, it's not going to be fun or pretty. It's going to be a mess. So, by popular demand, Starcade Hellraiser. See you soon.